fuck ever. We're
Good morning,
live.
everyone. Welcome to the Daily Whatever Show. I am Dana Dubois,
I'm Lawrence Winterman.
and I have no audio, Lawrence. Again,
Oh shit.
the StreamYard thing. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well,
Ah,
you know what? In that case, I'm just gonna bring Rachel on. Good morning,
Good morning!
Rachel. At this woman writes how
Surprise!
surprise. You and I get to do the show open while Dana figures out her audio issue.
Okay, awesome.
How the
Um,
hell are you?
I am great. I've gotten over the hump of my jet lag, so that's excellent. Um, I drank way too much whiskey last night, so Dana
Ooh.
took codeine. I have a standing Thursday night. We do tabletop RPG, tragically nerdy. Um, so standing for our murder hobo situation. There's Dana.
Oh,
and
I mean, hey, you had me at 4 hour murder hobo situation.
I
And
love
it's
joining into a conversation. For,
that ends on murder hobo.
Right. You join at the words murder hobo.
I have 4 hour murder hobo situation, which
I
does sound
mean,
like an indie band from like 2006. Where it
it,
was like,
it
Yeah.
and
here's
you
the
will
thing.
know
It
us
makes
by the
total
trail of
sense to
day.
me.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's lots of booze involved there.
Yeah, it is. Everybody sort of shows up and with their drink of choice, and I am a whiskey drinker, so I drank way too much whiskey last night while murdering.
Oh, well, that
Excellent.
sounds like a
Yeah,
fun way to spend a Thursday night, doesn't it?
murder and whiskey, man.
Dana, the barely contained judgment in your voice.
No, no, I'm in earnest. That sounds
No,
like
it
a
was.
legit fun way. You know me, Lawrence. I'm like, I can go out and drink bourbon and do weird shit. I'm all in.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm all in.
it was fun. It's the same group of people that I've been playing with for a long time, and
Murder. You've
we
been
have
playing
all.
murder with.
Yeah. We play Pathfinder and Dungeons and Dragons and some other stuff,
Nice.
but we I have alternating characters. So this week was a character that is a female character based on the Andrew Tate ethos.
Oh,
Everything that comes out of my mouth is the most toxically masculine, miserable, just
oh,
and everybody green flag that nobody recognizes what I've been doing, and I've been doing it for a year. They're like, we fucking hate this character. We're going to murder you at some point. And I'm like, I will murder you first.
Right.
oh my God.
Oh
But
my God.
Hilarious.
I,
none of them understand where this comes from. They're like, who is this character? And I'm like, no background.
right.
No background. And this
You,
is this is me working out my own toxic masculinity.
Oh my God.
uh,
That's
Rachel,
hilarious.
I gotta ask you this. Have you
Uh,
read Dungeon Crawler Carl?
I have not read Dungeon Crawler Carl. Is Dungeon Crawler Carl on Substack?
No. So it's a book. It's a series
Oh,
of.
okay. Nope.
So it's this whole lit RPG
Okay.
genre, right? Like it's written from the point of view of a character in a dungeon crawl.
Oh
Um,
God.
Oh my gosh.
uh,
Add to cart. Give me a
right.
second.
The premise sounds dumb, right? If I was going to summarize it for you right now, you'd be like, "That sounds so stupid. I hate it." But it is honestly, it's 8 books now. It has evolved into one of the most interesting, well-developed character-driven series I've read in maybe ever, with
I'll have to
lots of
find it.
commentary on toxic masculinity and late stage capitalism. Like it is fucking brilliant. Matt Dinneman, Seattle writer, Dungeon Crawler Carl. You got to check it
I
out. I
I
promise you a
have
good time.
I will absolutely check it out because I read a lot. So but
Dungeon
I don't
crawler.
read that. Dungeon Crawler Carl with a C or K?
Carl with a C.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It
and
sounds.
his familiar, the cat, his girlfriend's cat that he gets stuck outside with at 2 a.m. in the morning,
Yeah.
ends up being lifted essentially and becomes sentient and talks. So Princess Donut, the Queen Anne chunk, who is the Cleveland Grand Champion winner. And she is a magic dealing smartass who basically embodies the persona of a prize winning long-haired Persian tortoiseshell cat.
Oh my God, I love this. So my familiar is a raven called Nevermore. And so yeah, I will absolutely there are so many layers to my nerddoms, it's not even funny.
Wow.
My nerddoms have nerddoms.
Right. Yeah. Your nerd characters themselves have weird
Yeah,
nerd,
yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Me too. Well, I with our usual morning bumble on StreamYard where I lose audio and have to come back. I missed the initial intros. Rachel, have you been properly introduced? Have you introduced yourself? Did we just jump right in?
No, we just jumped right in. We just jumped right in.
I was like, oh, shit, Dana's gone. I don't want to do this alone. Rachel.
I was just multitasking, minding my own business.
Right.
It is always a delight to have you on the Daily Whatever show. Rachel, aka This Woman Votes, introduce yourself to the folks at home in case somehow someone on this live does not know who you are.
Okay. I write This Woman Votes. I also have Trustable.blog, which is business, tech, AI. We're all gonna die by AI. And then, a host of other things. Anything that I can do rabble rousing wise on the political side. And by the way, like if you compare the two, I am way more prolific politically than I am on the business one. I'll put out 2 or 3 articles a month on the business side. I write almost every day on the political side. This is all.
Have you seen the pace of news? I mean,
it's breathtaking. It's breathtaking, but it's also, Lawrence and I were talking before we sort of went online about how sort of the tension between autism and ADHD. The one thing that I find incredibly difficult is making myself do something that I don't find interesting. If I don't find it absolutely fascinating, I'm fucking out.
Yeah.
I would call that the gifted kid phenomenon. And as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, was gifted kid just euphemistic for ADHD autistic back in the day?
Yeah, Rachel, I literally had to quit jobs because they were not interesting enough.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. This is boring. I have to go now.
Right. This is not what you said it was going to be. This is literally
you lied
in the most boring topic matter ever. I gotta go.
Yeah, the irony. We had talked a little bit about sort of the twice giftedness. I am empirically smart, but on the other side of things, I also have a learning disability in dyscalculia. And so the irony of me spending the better part of a 30-year career doing very high-level maths is what it is.
That is a certain kind of irony, right? Like,
yeah,
I really don't like math and I'm not great at it, but my entire career is.
I have a literal learning disability related to math, and yet here we are. And it isn't that I'm not good at math. My brain calculates math, but I cannot show my work. I cannot tell you how I arrived there. I have like this block when I look at numbers that it just is incredibly frustrating.
See, that's really interesting because I did not do well. Like, I did well in math up until the point where they started making you show your work, and then I was like, I literally don't know what you're asking me. Like, and so I've always kind of moved in the world as like, I'm just not good at math.
But see, the thing is how we teach math is devastatingly bad.
Right.
Like, and we all grew up in the same era where at some point our dad looked at that and said, "Oh, that's new math. I can't help you. Go see your mom," because that, there was a change that happened in how math was taught in like the 70s, early 80s. And then you kind of fast forward into the mid 2000s when they started shifting math again to a more sensible base 10 approach. And then again, there was a whole generation of parents going, oh my God, they're changing math.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I just
Oh, God.
brag on my family for a minute
Yes.
here? My brother-in-law, who retired from the military, went back to school to get his education degree, became an elementary school teacher, a fourth grade teacher. He advocated to his principal that they should switch the way they teach fourth grade so that the kids
To Common
move
Core.
from, class to class, kind
Yeah.
of like you do in middle school and high school. And he was like, and I'll be the math teacher. And and then they segmented the kids and sort of, like, God help me, like high, medium, low, right? The
Yeah.
ones who need some extra help. His school is the only school in the district where kids are succeeding at math. His class is the only fourth grade class.
Which is
succeeding.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. There was so much resistance to the Common Core rollout. And I think some part of it is, new math. Math is math. Why are you changing things? And how they teach Common Core, it was so confusing to parents who had only learned by rote, right?
Right.
But Common Core and taking everything to base 10 and building a foundation of place value understanding is such a better approach to actually teaching foundational skills and not rote. Because I grew up, starting with a times tables chant in the third grade or fourth grade.
Third grade. Oh my God.
Grade.
Right?
Exactly
it was like third grade or fourth grade, right? Where you were like, you would start off like 10 minutes of chanting times tables with no understanding of why times tables are times tables and what is place value and all of this other stuff.
The thing that's interesting, Rachel, is he's combining that. Like he's making them do the timed, here's your, you're doing your sevens today. You've got, 90 seconds, go. And then incorporating it with Common Core, and his kids are able to process in real time, right? Which none of the other grade levels can do, except the kids who had him the previous year in fifth grade. That's it.
Yeah, I think the way that we teach today is, everything is based on moving everyone forward and keeping everybody in the same groups and sort of training toward the mid, right? Everything that we do across all forms of primary education is about the average. Everybody's just striving for mediocrity. And that is why we are where we are today.
Yeah. Dana, didn't you kind of encounter stuff when the girls were kind of encountering harder math? Like, wasn't there, like the way it was being taught, wasn't there something with one of the girls at least about math?
There were a lot of things with the kids about math, but they did do Common Core. And I do remember going to help them with homework and being like, oh, wow, the way you're doing this is way different than the way I did it.
Right, right.
But checking your math the way I did it, it looks like you're doing this right. I have one child who is naturally just not good at math. And I hate saying that about a girl. But like it has never come easily to her. She's in this STEM high school, very small classes, amazing teachers, and she's in calculus. She has an A-, so she's studying.
She's doing it.
Right.
But
she's working.
We'll be shopping and I'll be like, oh, this is, 15% off, or even 10% off. How much are you saving? And she's like, Mom, don't ask me math. She's graduating. It just doesn't come easily. And then I have another one who, it comes to her really easily. So I do think that there is a propensity, there's just a natural skill. And then we, hopefully can teach them to do the best that they can. My math thing is that I'm secretly good with practical math. And I don't like to tell people because I'm a word nerd. But like calculations in head like that of like, oh yeah, you take, 1 0 off and then another half and then you're da-da. Like I can do those things quickly, but as soon as we hit like geometry, trigonometry, spatial math, because I have a learning disability for anything spatial, ask Lawrence, I have no map here. It's all verbal skills compensating for it.
Right.
Then I blaze out. But Yeah, my biggest challenge, this is not what I thought we'd be talking about today, but as I'm launching my kids in the world, especially the one who's not great at math, I'm like, understand that compounding interest is scary
Right.
because they will,
Right.
the
I can
credit card
teach you no
companies,
other lesson.
and
Right.
I've simplified it to don't go into debt
Yeah.
when you're in college,
Yeah.
especially like they're going to come at you with a million credit cards and you love Sephora. Don't fall
Right.
for it.
They will give you enough rope to hang yourself.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Look at Lawrence as the warning case.
Didn't say
Don't.
that. Look at me. I mean, I ended up going into a lot of credit card debt in college because the cards were just
do not
wild.
spend the money expecting that you're going to get that promotion because somehow it never works out.
Right. Well, you know what? It's Fucked Up Friday.
Yes, it is.
Indeed.
It's been a really fucked up news week. It is delightful chatting with you all, but I also feel like we should talk some about the news and some about this brilliant article that you posted a couple of days ago. And I see you've already lapped me that you have a new article 6 hours ago. I haven't read that one, so I can't discuss it with you. But
Well, it's not. That one is really about a piece that I read in the Foreign Affairs magazine that Hillary Clinton wrote. It's worth looking at because it's about sort of patriarchy and feminism and all that. But the dating
Things that
apps
Hillary
one,
Clinton has no experience with whatsoever.
what
Right,
would she
and-
know?
anything you write is going to be worth reading. First of all, let's just start there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And are we okay if we start by talking about this not safe by design article that you wrote, or do we want to talk about the fact that we're at war?
I mean,
let's feature Rachel's article, and I'm sure we can get to war pretty easily. How many steps does
and
it take?
you know what? My Fucked Up Friday isn't even about war. So whatever you guys want to go on.
Mine
directly.
either.
Mine is not directly. We tend not to pick the big story like the shootings yesterday,
Right.
And the war, because we assume we're going to talk about those together. But so I'm going to put this link in the chat for everybody. This article, I love the dark green, by the way. It totally matches the wall behind me. The background color of your article. Not safe by design, dating apps, predatory risk, and the dismantling of women's protections. Now, anyone who reads my work or listens to me yabber on this channel knows that I have a lot of experience on dating apps. I have thankfully not experienced some of the situations that you're outlining here of women who have been injured or obviously killed. I've experienced that.
Yep.
By men they meet on dating apps. And I had never considered some of the safety questions that you're asking in this story. First of all, can you give like a high level summary of this article? Because I was about to, and I think you'll do a better job of it than I will.
So, the basis of it was an article I read on The Atlantic talking about this DC cop that was using dating apps as a predation tool to find victims. He was drugging and raping women. And if it hadn't been for this woman who sort of most of these women had no idea what had even happened to them because they woke up the next morning feeling icky and unaware of what happened. And so this woman woke up, felt uncomfortable, decides to report it and go to the hospital. And they look up her date on a video camera and see him pouring something into her drink.
Oh, God.
And no one in the bar noticed. She didn't see it, and no one in the bar saw it.
She didn't see it. Nobody in the bar saw it. You know, there was a story a while back of these college kids that created a fingernail polish that would identify. There's companies that sell those little cup condoms that you can put around your cup if you're in a bar that, just to protect. There's this not walking away from your glass.
There's like a jewelry pendant you can dip in.
The fact that there is a cottage industry of drink detection is indicative of how ubiquitous the use of rape drugs are. And so, but the article really isn't about the ubiquity of rape drugs so much as it is about the fact that all of these companies have done nearly nothing to protect the safety of women. I included a little anecdote of my experience. I went out with a guy, and this was a funny, very quickly escalating story because he was a volunteer police or volunteer fire department fireman, and so he couldn't really sort of leave his area. So I went up to him. We decided to take a hike by ourselves in the woods because I have a pathological fearlessness. So I'm an idiot.
You went on a hike with a first date, Rachel?
On a first date, yeah, I do it all the time. Because people should understand I am just as prone to violence as they might be. I am a murder hobo after all. But so here's the background. The place that we're going is normally I ride a motorcycle, right? So because I don't own a car. And so he's like, well, you're kind of going to need 4-wheel drive to get out here. And I was like, oh, okay. So I borrowed my cousin's truck. And this was when I was living in Texas with my cousins. I borrowed my cousin's truck and I give his cell phone number to my cousin just so that he can, just in case, blah, blah. We go to the place. We have a nice hike. He is charming and funny and cute and, great. I get back to the truck and there are 25 missed calls from my cousin. And the last text message says, we're loading up weapons and heading your way. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? I call them immediately. I'm like, God. What the hell is happening? He's like, you're in the woods with a murderer. Because
oh my God.
My cousin, what it's worth, is incredibly protective, and he took the guy's cell phone number and ran a background check on it. And immediately it returns murder, kidnapping, and racketeering. And he went to prison in the state of Texas and was a card-carrying member of the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas.
Oh my God. But he's cute
How
and
good
funny,
looking
though,
was
right?
this guy?
He was cute and funny and charming, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Right, and boy, could he fill out a pair of jeans.
Right, and I was like, I get home. My cousin is literally on the lawn, clutching a sheaf of paper in his hands, going, "I printed everything," and like, I'm like, buddy, what? And then he calls me. He's like, I had so much fun. Like, we should go out again. And I was like, oh, I have a problem. Let's start with the Aryan Brotherhood and end with kidnapping and murder. And he's like, well, technically, I didn't murder anyone. I just ordered someone else to do it. And I'm like, no, that's not a pass. That's not a pass.
Rachel, see. That was brave of you to say that. I probably would have gone with something like, you know what? I got back together with my ex. It was great to meet you. I wish you the best.
Right.
No. Oh, no. Back to being pathologically fearless. I don't give a shit. I don't do anything to protect anything. I'm just like all in all the time.
So to come back to the story, though, I'm sure you told whatever app you met him through and they took him off the platform, right?
Absolutely
they
not.
Deplatformed him,
right?
They
did zero. Right.
I know.
They did absolutely zero.
I was saying,
So because they're not obligated, right? They're not obligated. Yeah. They work on a model of essentially outsourcing risk. They make people available to you, and it's up to you to do the due diligence. Post that experience, I always got a cell number and always did a full background check.
Wow.
At a minimum. And if you give me your cell phone number and I run a background check and it's a burner and there's no digital footprint, we have nothing else to talk about because you're doing something shifty in the back. We're not playing those games anymore. Yeah. But also, like, if I could say, like, I was married for 26 years.
Right.
And then I wasn't. And dating has changed. Dating has gotten weird. Shit has gotten strange out here. And apps have enabled so much really unhealthy shit.
Yeah.
Now,
Why do you think I have
also,
an endless
oh,
supply
endless
of
supply
fodder, endless
of just
story fodder? Yeah.
Well, I mean, and the gay dating apps are no better, right? Like
Oh gosh.
no better.
I've gotten to a point where if someone messages me and they have a profile without a picture and they don't have location turned on, I'm like, bro, I'm not even talking to you. You're instantly blocked. Like,
Done. Yeah.
here's the thing, man. Your mom is not on this app, right? Like, if you put your face here, your mom is not going to see it. She's not here.
So my son was on Grindr, and I was scrolling because I'm a curious mom, and I'm like, does everybody lead with their dick on Grindr? I mean,
yeah.
But like, I do think that the approach, like, I talked with him a lot of sort of the transient nature of what he was pursuing, right? Because I want you to have a good, healthy sexual relationship with human beings that respect you and aren't just leading with their dick. I want to exist in a world where I know my son isn't just leading with his dick. That's kind of where mom concern was happening.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, I mean,
but I think
Grindr though, right? Like there are
yeah,
apps that
there are
make
other
you
apps
put
that are more relationship
safe for work picture as the first profile picture. It just sort of depends what you're looking for. Grindr is very much like, are we hooking up or are we not hooking up?
Yeah, we gonna do this?
Right, we gonna do this thing or what?
Oh my gosh. Rachel, I do want to let you know that your audio is cutting in and out a little bit. I think it might be related to movement, just so you know.
It probably is because I'm a twitchy mess.
You're animated, which I super appreciate. So in this story, I'm going to keep bringing it back because this really is a fascinating read. I will share the link one more time. It really made it clear to me that the apps could be more accountable.
They could
pretty easily. They do now verify your face, that it's actually you. And they do have a way to report. I did that once with Mr. I gave my consent. He gave me bruises. I encountered him on Hinge and on Bumble after that. And on Hinge, within an hour, they wrote me back and said, he's gone. Thank you for letting us know. And Bumble was kind of like, thanks for your message. And that was all I got.
Yeah.
But I never thought about taking it to the next step of like, why not have a verification level where it's like, we've run the background check?
Yeah. I think that the way that they consider it is in legal liability. Like if they do a background check, then they're liable for the background. I just feel like they don't have a vested interest in the safety of their users. At the end of the day, anything that they do to validate puts them at a more precarious legal risk. And that drives them doing less. That drives women being more at risk. And if you take it to the next level, we have a government that is explicitly removing a lot of that sort of safety protocols. And, we're not worried about women anymore and all of that stuff that is coming out of today's government. So that all adds to the fact there is no government entity to hold any of these people accountable. There is no government entity to require in this environment.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. I was just thinking about, I shared your story last night and some Nimrod commented on 3 of my articles or notes from last night with varying disparaging comments. And on that one, he was like, you have to be an idiot to get on an app, or fool. I can't remember which word he used. And I just wrote back.
Here's the thing.
You have to be a fool to respond to 3 of my comments and think I'm not going to block you. And then I blocked him.
Right. So. I don't have a lot of judgments. After divorcing and everything, everybody goes through their phases. If I want to sport fuck my way across Houston proper, that's up to me. And
that's great.
The tools are available regardless of what app
Right.
you're using. Consenting adults can do what they want to do.
Yes.
And I just think that there ought to be some other protections in place. There should be some requirements for, if I report someone attacking me or assaulting me, it should be taken seriously and remediated immediately. And there should be a registry. Like,
Right.
why don't we have a more rigorous federal registry that everybody is required to, we have the what do they call, my brain just blanked, the registry for child rapists and sexual predators
Sex
and sex offender registry. That was, Jesus Christ, that was the word I was looking for. But there should be a direct. The thing is a data set, sex offenders, an app. I mean, this is not a hard technological solution.
No,
this is a really easy solution.
When you were like, there's liability and all that, I'm like, wouldn't the Bumbles and the Hinges and all of that of the world just use a third party and say, like, they're responsible for,
Dana,
if anyone's
do you remember Integrity ID? Do you remember the startup I worked on like 10 years ago that didn't get off the ground because I think it was too ahead of its time? Yeah. The whole idea was create a website, create an app, whatever, where people voluntarily sign up. They voluntarily submit to a background check, like an employment level background check. You're not guaranteeing their future good behavior, but you're at least saying, hi, I'm Joe Schmo, and here's my unique ID.
Credentials.
You can verify that I passed the Integrity ID gold level background check, which means I'm not a convicted felon. Whatever.
Yeah, you have to do them to get a job. Like there are third-party agencies.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would not be hard to vet against a dating app. And not you can opt into it, but as a woman, I could be like, hey, if you don't have that badge,
exactly,
we're not meeting.
Exactly.
We have nothing to talk about. In the same way that if you don't have a digital footprint or you're doing something, something
but we
dicey.
have to outsource that, and the women have to typically pay to have the membership, to do the proper background checks and all of that. I pay
$29. It's $29.99 a month for Ben Verified, and I use it at work, so it's like a business expense. But I use it for all sorts of shit. Because you give me your cell phone number, I can know who you married in 1999. Like,
I'm gonna call you next time I'm.
Where do you live? What are you doing? All of your legal stuff. I can pull everything, and it costs me $30 a month, and it's a business expense, so it's not that big of a deal for me. But and I have plenty of friends who are calling me up, going, "Hey, can you run this number for me?" Yeah. I do it all the time.
I mean, $30 a month. It's not nothing.
It's not nothing. It's not nothing.
I don't have it. I just do. I Google and. And that's probably not
it's as soon as someone starts using a different phone, or I've had the same phone number since 1996. Yeah. So my digital footprint is enormous. If someone has no digital footprint in 2026, it is a giant red flag.
Someone just joined our chat named Spells from a Disposable Camera, and I love that username.
I love it.
All one word. That's a great username. Y'all, it's Fucked Up Friday, and I think it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah.
Lawrence, are you frozen? I see a message here from Lawrence that says, my internet died again. Lawrence it's snowing in Seattle, which I didn't know was coming. Usually we have newsflash, snow and snowmageddon, because you get half an inch of snow in Seattle and the whole city shuts down. But I opened the back door to let Kira out, and there were big fluffy flakes coming down this morning. It was such a nice
God,
surprise.
I love that.
First of the season. Yeah. In March.
We had no snow this year.
Same, no snow. And so
We
that was a really nice surprise. But Lawrence said there was a windstorm and his internet was down. So it looks like we may be having a Fucked Up Friday competition for two,
okay. Okay.
which has never happened before.
Okay.
And I'm going to lose. I already know I'm going to lose hard, but maybe
I
we'll get
I don't
started.
know.
Yeah. Although now that I have you here, I'm like, do I have any more questions about your story?
I don't have a happy ending to it.
No, well, you do kind of, because you have like, this is what needs to happen.
Well, this is what needs to happen. I feel like most of the stuff I try to put out something that should happen. I as a human need to put out something prescriptive. Something that says, here's how terrible it is, but this is what we can do. And I think that probably 80% of the time I do an okay job of that.
You really do. And I love that. And I love, because, you know, I'm a memoirist, so I love a narrative arc. You end, I'm going to read your ending here, because you come
Go
back
ahead.
to one of the stories. You say, headings or subheading, somewhere right now, ... There is a woman who thinks she had too much to drink on a date she does not remember. She went home disoriented and maybe ashamed. She has not gone to the police. She does not know she is a victim. The investigation in the Valentine case is trying to find her. Whether the infrastructure exists to help her, if she is found, depends on decisions being made right now in budget offices and legislative chambers that have nothing to do with her directly and everything to do with her actually. The question of women's safety is structural. It always has been. The only variable is whether we are designing systems that acknowledge that fact. Like, I love that
Yep.
you brought it back to storytelling, because this gets very empirical and the facts
Yeah,
and presenting
I
cases.
tend to write that way. My brain is sort of very systems oriented. But I think that a lot of times we lose track of the human
person.
impact of everything that we're talking. We lose the people, we lose the humanity of it. And the more and more that you see sort of with AI and everything that people are sort of working on and putting out there, you see that loss. And so bringing it back to the human aspect is important, because
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. I mean,
Yes.
we're messing with people's lives in ways that is detrimental to their thriving. And
they're
in an
absolutely,
environment, go ahead.
to say, that woman, those women are absolutely out there. That
They're
they,
absolutely out there. I mean, the lines that you draw, I mean, the Pellico case. The Pellico case was huge, and it made the news, and it was devastating, and like,
what was the
and
Pelican
you,
case? I don't know.
that's where her husband was
Oh,
basically
sorry, the French
bringing
woman.
people in.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, of course.
her husband was bringing people in to rape her
Yeah.
under her while she was drugged, right?
Uh-oh.
And then it turns out that her daughter.
Lawrence, can you say something? I can't hear Rachel now.
Oh shit.
Can you hear both of us?
I can hear both of you. God damn it. Fucking StreamYard.
I know. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know if this happens to other creators, but this happens with me all the time, and it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I hear both of you.
Okay, you hear both of us, but Dana. Okay. I'm
Do we
sorry, Dana.
just stick it out, or should I leave and come back?
I think you need to leave and come back.
Okay. And then we do Fucked Up Friday, because we're getting.
Then we do Fucked Up Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those who don't know, Substack has launched a new feature. I don't know if it's rolled out at all levels yet, but Substack is actively trying to go after StreamYard and Restream and all of those. So there's a new recording studio in Substack.
I wasn't aware of that.
It rolled out last night.
Oh, it launched last night. Okay, so I mean, I was trying to, set up my own and go through all that, but then I realized, you can't even schedule if you're not on an Apple device and all this other stuff. So I definitely want to play with it some more. I want to do it in a way that I can commit to it, like do it regularly. But I don't know.
Yeah, Dana,
I don't want to. Go
There's a
ahead.
new recording feature,
I saw.
recording studio feature on Substack.
Yeah, I read about it, and I joined Christina God's live for a bit last night. And I opened it and I was like, I don't know, this doesn't look that I'll play with it.
Right.
Because I was like, do we still need StreamYard? I mean, I
Right.
think we do.
I don't think so, but I don't. It says recording studio. I don't know if it's only for pre-recording. Like
I don't
know.
yeah,
It's
I don't know if
Substack,
this,
so it's half baked and not well explained.
that sounds like Substack.
Welcome
and
to
I don't know that
Substack.
it can stream out to YouTube and Facebook, where we have a massive following. We do have a lot of friends on Facebook, but none of them. We never have anyone on the lives on Facebook. But you never know. Maybe one day.
I don't. I'm
We're
not
slowly
on.
building on YouTube.
I'm not on Facebook, but I when these download, I put it directly to YouTube. But I also have no following over there either. I don't. I do nearly nothing to actually market or grow an audience.
I'm trying to figure out. There's so many different directions to go in, and that's actually one of my pain points of the moment, is trying to figure out
right.
how to grow. It's tricky because Substack is in such growth mode right now, and so many huge creators are flooding it.
Well, there's so many people coming over from TikTok, where you've got these million plus creators coming over from TikTok, and then just flooding the Substack notes with the same TikTok videos they were doing on TikTok, but now they're producing them on Substack, which, I mean, good for them getting off TikTok, but also, maybe not so great for us. I feel like what you guys are doing in bringing on smaller creators, bringing on people with interesting ideas. Yesterday's show was so fucking good.
Oh my God, Dr. Amber Hall. I know. She's coming back in a month.
If you have not read Eve by Kat Bohannon, you should read it. It's infuriating. It is all about the science behind women's healthcare, and it is fantastic. But when she was talking about menopause and all of that stuff, I spent years on Adderall, right? And then right at about the beginning of perimenopause, hormones start changing, and Adderall made me homicidal. And as a murder hobo, that's not, I guess, so bad. But
the words kind of cut off there for just a second. I heard hummus.
Hummus is great too.
So good right now. Let's get some hummus. Girl,
a little tahini, a little garlic. Oh my God.
It was just, it was like, I had to go off Adderall, and now I'm just raw dog and ADHD, and you add that to all of the other complexities that are happening in my brain.
Raw dogging ADHD is very funny.
Yeah. It's chaos. It's absolute chaos.
I've been doing that my whole life.
Well, I didn't get diagnosed until I was 32. I had 8 years of comfortable medicated functionality. And then all of a sudden hormones were like, no, bitch. I know you just got used to this. You just got used to functioning, but no more functioning for you.
Oh my God.
You're getting some shout outs in the chat from other people who are also raw dogging ADHD. So
right?
Wait, Laura has worried about Dana here. I know. Hold on. My chat froze a while back, but Laura Tompkins says worried about Dana. I'm not sure why you're worried about me. Let me know. You mean this 2-week cold that won't go away? Yeah, it's getting better, but woo.
Slowly. Well, there's no sunshine to bake it out of you. Right. True. You need some time in the sun to just bake the phlegm out of you.
In Seattle this morning?
What's that?
It's snowing in Seattle this morning?
I texted you right before the show started. Yeah, I just opened the door to Kira out, and there were big fluffy flakes coming down, and I was like, yeah, Rachel and I were talking about this while you were gone.
Okay.
It was like, holy cow, first snow of the season in mid-March. Okay. It was lovely. I don't know if it's still doing it. It is sad because it was finally starting to get light before our show, and now
All right,
that's
can I do
Fucked
my
up
fucked up? Rachel, we
Yes.
normally,
Yeah.
as you may know, we let people choose.
Yeah.
You can choose first, second, or third. But I kind of want to go first, just on the off chance, the wind blows a tree out here or
Yes.
something, and my internet goes away again.
do it.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm just gonna upload a video file because apparently when I got cut off, the video file went bye-bye. But oh, here we go. So, all right, I'm about to add this to the stage and play it. So, for context, this is Sam Altman, who is the CEO of OpenAI yesterday. So this clip is about a minute and a half. It's like, like a minute, 20 seconds or something. So it's not long, but I think it encapsulates my entire fucked up Friday argument, which is holy fucking shit, the AI tech bros, you guys.
And I think the business of every other model provider is going to look like selling tokens. They may come from bigger or smaller models, which makes them more or less expensive. They may use more or less reasoning, which also makes them more or less expensive. They may be running all the time in the background trying to help you out. They may run only when you need them if you want to pay less. They may work super hard, spend tens of millions, hundreds of millions, someday billions of dollars on a single problem that's really valuable. But
I'm pausing it there just to say billions of dollars on a single problem. Okay, Sam Altman.
We see a future where intelligence is a utility like electricity or water, and people buy it from us on a meter and use it for whatever they want to use it for.
Dispensing it like a crack
demand that we
dealer.
see for that seems like it's going to continue to just go like this. And if we don't have enough, we either can't sell it, or the price gets really high and it kind of goes to rich people, or society makes a bunch of sort of central planning decisions that I think almost always go badly about, we're going to use our limited compute supply for this and not that.
Yeah, goddamn society deciding, that we're going to use our compute capacity to cure cancer. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Rich people can buy it.
These
So the best
pesky
thing
humans.
to me, throughout all the history of capitalism, innovation, whatever you want, is to just flood the market.
Yeah. Flood the market. That's it. Just flood the market with billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of compute capacity, trillions of dollars to build out new data centers and electricity generation. Because you know what? We're going to take all of that clean air and clean water, and we're going to convert it into electricity that we can use to mine intelligence that we will sell back to you on a fucking meter. Fuck you, Sam Altman.
And the horse you rode in on.
And the horse you rode in on. I
Quit
mean,
ChatGPT, everyone. Even though Claude is sucking right now and driving me crazy, it'll catch up.
well, yeah, go ahead, Rachel. I want to hear your comment.
No, I mean, look, an environment where AIs cannot produce any sort of proof of safety for human use. I think that we are in a really bad place. I shared a piece this morning by the Mentat project that's talking about sort of AI warnings are going from yellow to red.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ethical AI will still injure you. Ethical, responsible AI will still cause harm because everything about that AI is based on the requirements and demands of the user, right? And so until we get to, and part of the reason that I commented what I did is because I've been working on a piece that I'm submitting to ACM, which is kind of a big, credible, computer organization. And, my belief is that, as I stated earlier, we need a registry, a tokenized, distributed, not driven by the government, because AI is a transnational technology. You cannot expect 200 countries to legislate, because each one of those legislatures have been captured in one way, shape, or form by capital. And so what we need is real proof of safety. What we need is a real registry. It must be renewable and tokenized and distributed. Without those things, we will not achieve real human safety from AI.
Right. And none of these guys
All
are
of that
going
to
slow
say,
enough.
none of these guys are slow. I mean, we live in a world driven by the ethos of move fast and break shit.
Break things.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
And a government following the same path.
an American military.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Rachel. You're helping make the
I'm
case
sorry.
for me that, like,
I'm sorry, I didn't want to drag this into the dumper, and I didn't want to give you the win.
I mean, you're not.
But
Yeah. No, you're helping me make my case. Also, Dana, Laura Tompkins is a retired respiratory cardiologist, PT, maybe, and she's concerned that you have pneumonia. Go back to your doctor.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
she can hear it in your cough.
Well, Lawrence can attest that since I was a kid, I've always had really big, yucky coughs.
It is true, but I'm still going to listen to the person who
Listen
was
to the
medical-
doctor.
I'm also on my seventh and final day on Doxy on antibiotics, and I still sound like this.
Look, honestly, I had something last year that required 2 rounds of antibiotics, where the first round they were like, okay, well, that didn't work, so now we're going to give you, like, I don't know, horse antibiotics or whatever. And that did finally work. Like, maybe you need that. Also, we've got 6 minutes left, so sorry.
I know.
Who's next?
I can go next if you want,
Okay.
Rachel, because I think you're going to win. I know.
I
you're
no,
gonna
I
have a
don't
killer
think.
streak.
I don't think I'm going to win, because I think Lawrence kind of loaded the gun on this one, and I'm also going to take a real ageist bullshit position. So go for it.
Okay, so I'm putting mine in the chat here. This just happened last night. Trump names Erica Kirk to key advisory board of U.S. Air Force Academy. This is apparently a really big, important role advising the Air Force. Erica
So
Kirk.
is she Shield Maiden of the Air Force? Like Kristi
you
Noem is now
know-
Shield Maiden of the Americas?
You know, I don't know what her title is. She's on the board, and I know and the White House spokesperson said Erica Kirk was a perfect choice to succeed her husband. So I guess maybe he was on this board. And so anything with Erica Kirk, I'm probably going to bring on Fucked Up Friday, because I think she's one of the most fucked up characters in this entire like alternate reality we've all somehow ended up in. The
Yeah.
hypocrisy of Erica Kirk like makes my brain hurt. But as part of researching this for Fucked Up Friday, this is what put it over the edge to win. I used Google, I just said, did Charlie Kirk serve in the military? And, usually Google defaults to the AI view. No, it was just like all. And it were these very like, you're not answering the question results. I had to go click into the AI one. And I think that's weird that I'm like, are they obfuscating that he never served? Because Republicans always have this bullish, like, oh, military cops thing, but they almost like the leaders never serve. I don't know, and the Democrats have always served. But hold on, I have a screenshot of when I clicked into AI and finally got the answer. No, Charlie Kirk never served in the military, but get this, application rejection. Kirk reportedly applied to the U.S. Military Academy at West Point in 2012, but was rejected. He later claimed, sometimes sarcastically, because sarcasm's so appealing, that his spot was given to a, quote, far less qualified candidate due to affirmative action. So she's the perfect one to fulfill Charlie Kirk's legacy of, boo, somebody beat me because a white man is so persecuted in the military. We're at such a disadvantage in the military, crocodile tears. That's my Fucked Up Friday pick. Why the fuck is Erica Kirk advising the Air Force?
Look, Little Miss Sparkle Pants does not belong advising anybody. I wouldn't take her advice on fashion, let alone what to be doing with our military.
Right.
Whether it's some spiritual,
some nice hair.
I mean, she does have okay hair, but she's got a team. I could have great hair if I had a team.
Same.
That's
true.
I am annoyed by the existence of my hair most of the time. So it is what it is. But, looking to the Charlie Kirks and the Erica Kirks of the world for, like, I don't know, spiritual guidance. I mean, I don't know what the fuck these people do. other than the fact that they can
Grift.
stand on a stage and confidently be absolutely full of shit.
Right.
Yes, they can grift is all
Yeah.
that they can
Yeah.
do.
That's
Right,
what they can
Rachel,
do. Okay,
pitch it.
so my pitch for Friday, I'm going to read it directly. 98-year-old federal judge suspended for mental fitness appeals to the Supreme Court.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
98 years old. And this woman is appealing to the Supreme Court to have her ability to adjudicate restored to her. And I'm going to take a real unpopular, probably ageist view on this, but
Yeah.
God damn it, the American military has an age that you should depart, right? They have a mandatory retirement up until you reach like the general level. It's somewhere between 62 and 64, right? You can be a general and be 64 years old. My grandfather was a general. He retired at 64, drummed out, and then spent another 5 years in Mogadishu with USAID, and he went and got his more education, and he did a whole bunch of shit. It wasn't that he was not competent, but the American military recognizes that you are not at the top of your game at 64 years old. You're done, right? I'm 57. You guys are in my generation. Like 98 years old, there should be a mandatory retirement. It is such absolute bullshit that you get a lifetime appointment as a judge. You get a lifetime. It's bullshit that Ginsburg didn't retire at a point where
Oh my
Obama
God,
could
yes.
have replaced her. Instead, we end up with this absolute shit show that we have today because people don't plan for their retirement. Instead, they take these lifetime appointments and then just fuck things up for everybody. So that's my fucked up Friday.
Yeah.
You're not getting any pushback from me. I'm 100% ageist on this. Like 98, you're done. You don't need to work.
Well,
This
and
is
she
hubris.
so other judges, she was essentially she was on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit, and her cohort of judges basically voted to say, "Oh, you should not be handling cases anymore."
Right. Because her original cohort of judges are all dead.
Are all dead. They're all dead.
Right.
She's outlived most of them by 30 years. This woman was born in the 20s, for Christ's sake.
Right, she was born in 1928.
She's
fuck's
not
sake.
even a boomer.
No, she's like a young silent generation,
Right.
or whatever was before that. I don't even know what was before
And-
that.
Yeah, she,
And
no,
I
she's
would,
not-
and I take
greatest
this all the way
generation,
in.
right?
Yes. I take
She's
all
the
this
greatest.
into all of this ageist, all of my feelings about what's going on with our legislature and our Senate. Our Senate is getting older and older
Right.
and older and older.
Yanni is saying in the chat, like, love Jim Clyburn, but you're 83, dude. You're
Ah!
done.
We have someone, and the name is escaping me right now because brain's not braining, but we have someone in our Senate today that has been serving since Eisenhower.
Chuck Grassley.
Chuck Grassley. There you go.
Eisenhower.
Jesus Christ. Eisenhower.
Yeah, I don't think that that's ageism. I think it's hubris that people won't
Yep.
leave
Hubris.
and train the
It's
next
hubris.
It
Yeah,
should
I mean,
become
didn't I
baked
write an
into the
article
system.
about hubris and Ruth Bader Ginsburg somewhere, Dana? Like, I feel like I wrote that article somewhere.
If you didn't, you wrote, like we have talked about it
and
so many
Biden,
times.
Like, come on, Joe. You were supposed to leave halfway through and make Kamala president so that she
Right.
could run as an incumbent. You stupid motherfucker.
right, so that we
All
would
right,
be
folks.
forced to have a
Yes.
woman president. Get us over
Yes.
that milestone.
Right.
What a
Because
legacy that would have been.
had
What
he
a
done
legacy.
had he thought of sort of, and I think that some part of this comes back to my frequent rant on how so many people's inability to think consequentially, right? You should be thinking 2 steps ahead, 3 steps ahead. What is coming next and what comes after that?
Right.
And if you
Yes.
cannot get to that level of consequential thinking, you should not be legislating.
Right.
Like
Or
the
presidenting.
unintended or presidenting or judging,
Or
like
Supreme Court judging.
like the level of absence of consequential thinking and the number of times we have seen someone legislate something and realize, oh, we didn't realize fetal personhood was going to fuck up IVF. You dumb shit.
Right.
Like,
Right. Oh, now we're falling behind in everything biomedically related because we can't do stem cell research. You stupid motherfuckers.
Right.
right. Like there are everything that you do it, and some of this comes sort of down to like this chaos theory and butterflies flapping wings and whatever, but like if you can't think a couple steps ahead,
Right. Look around the corner, you guys. Yeah, if you start a war with Iran without a plan for oil, we didn't even talk about the whole
we haven't even talked about it.
Sanctions
honestly,
on
like,
Russia.
should we even look at what the market is doing this morning? Like, literally, I have no idea.
I don't even want to think about it.
Hasn't been that
Possibly be happening. Oh, the price of oil has fallen to only $95, and the Dow is up by a teeny tiny little bit.
Yeah, it's held relatively stable given.
I've seen a couple of actual predictive models that show that oil could hit 150 to 180, and I'm just like,
yeah, no,
I mean, on the upside, I don't drive. I ride a motorcycle. I put 4 gallons of gas
had
in.
A plan? Iran had a plan.
Iran had a plan.
They have hundreds of thousands of dumb bombs, and they know that all they need to do is fuck up the Strait of Hormuz long enough to drive the oil price up that it collapses our bond market and then collapses our stock market. And then the AI bubble bursts, and then we're in a depression.
Welcome.
Yay.
Welcome to 2026, y'all. All right, we should vote. If you're voting for Sam
Who's voting?
Being a complete and utter fucking schmuck, selling intelligence back to us on a meter, put my name in the chat. If you're voting for Dana, and why can I never remember what the fuck your thing is, Dana?
I don't know because you don't pay attention to me. It's Erica Kirk advising
Erica Kirk
being to honor her husband who said he didn't get in because DEI people got in instead of me.
Yes.
What's after octogenarian?
Nonagenarian.
Nonagenarian?
Nonagenarian.
Okay, this near centurion.
Near centurion is better.
Yeah. This
near centurion tells his story better.
If you're voting for Rachel and her ageism, her explicit ageism against this near centurion, or centenarian, I think is the proper way to say it.
Centenarian.
Yeah. Then,
centurion is
Rachel's name in the chat. Vote now. We will count them up. Sort of. PricewaterhouseCoopers is waiting in the wings right behind me.
As they always are.
Right. All right. It's seeming kind of tied a little bit in the moment. I see some Danas.
Lawrence.
I see some Lawrences. I see some Rachels.
A lot of Lawrences. I feel like it's hard to beat Sam Altman for just absolute bullshit.
Well, and also because he has the most punchable face. Like maybe
he really does.
Vance. Yeah,
it's right up there as a punchable face. Also, if you didn't know what you were watching in that video, like it almost, I really love ASMR videos, and sometimes they do those accidental ASMRs where someone's just speaking and they'll post it with an ASMR tag, and he almost seems like he could be like a self-help guru talking like he doesn't look like. He's not delivering in a tone that makes you realize, like, this is.
It's all so innocuous.
Yeah, it's just like, we're just going to meter things.
Yeah.
And it'll be a resource like electricity, maybe, and we'll just throttle it because the government won't be able to make good choices. Only the billionaires.
And if there's not enough, it'll just be really expensive, and only rich people will buy it.
He makes the most heinous things seem just commonplace. Right. And this is where we're going.
Right. It's like Sam,
these people tell you what they think.
Right.
And we should listen.
I thought of that scenario too, Sam, and I wrote a dystopian science fiction story about it, you fuckhead. My God, how do you not get that what you're saying is a really bad sci-fi story?
So have you ever read Fall, Dodge in Hell by Neil Stephenson?
Not yet.
I was talking with Nick Perro about this this week. The premise of the story is a bunch of billionaires basically end up like on their deaths uploading their brains into these big servers, and billions and billions and billions of dollars is spent maintaining these brains in these server clouds.
Right.
And there's a lot of like subplot, and as Neil Stevenson does, but it literally is my worst nightmare. The idea of eternal life to me is horrifying. It's part of the reason that I'm not religious. The idea of an afterlife, fuck you. I want nothing to do with that. Thing to do with that. When I'm done, lights out, off we go.
Yeah. Well,
like, best wishes.
I got to read that because that sounds like a great fucking story concept.
But like the entire center of the country, he refers to as Ameristan, because basically the Midwest, east of the Mississippi, they're going up to one of the characters is heading up into Iowa, and they have to have an armed escort to get into Iowa. Like,
makes sense to me.
This book becomes more relevant every single day. Every time, like, I have referred to this book more in the last 6 months, where I'm just like, fucking Christ.
You remember how Sarah Palin could see Russia from her house? I can see Ameristan.
You can see Ameristan from your house. Yeah.
The chat is asking what the book is called again. Can you say that one more?
It's called, and I might screw this up, I think it's called The Fall or Dodge in Hell. And Dodge is like the main character. He's the first one that gets uploaded into the servers. And then
The Fall or Dodge in Hell. It's called Fall semicolon or Dodge in Hell.
Yeah, it was a book that I came very close to throwing across the room multiple times because it is my literal nightmare. Yeah. The idea of waking up sentient in the cloud is horrifying to me.
I gotta check that out.
And the need that so many of these people feel, like, when you talk about, Peter Thiel talks about living forever, and what a nightmare.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. I mean, I think it's part of the reason.
Hasn't he seen The Good Place? Right. An afterlife without purpose and without end. It's only the ending that gives the time meaning.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoiler
please.
Alert if you haven't watched The Good Place.
Yeah. Please, just when I'm dead, I better be fucking done.
All right.
Like,
the chat is asking who won Fucked Up Friday. I think me.
Oh, we already got distracted.
Lawrence, was it you? I think it might be you.
I think it's Lawrence.
But all amazing. Like, even, I don't know, like this reality, this timeline we're living in continues to get so fucked that, like, every week it's like, oh yeah, no, all three of those are super horrible and they're
valid. Right. They're all valid.
Yeah.
They're all fucked.
Yeah, they do end up all being sort of like, I don't know, we didn't even talk about the shooting at Old Dominion or at the temple. We didn't talk about
the 4 American pilots that crashed their plane in Iraq and are now dead because they were, we're in a stupid war. So now we've got more American casualties.
I have the Hill up on my browser right here, kind of in my eye line, and a headline just popped up. Pentagon plays down Strait of Hormuz quagmire. Don't need to worry about it.
Okay. Oh, Pete Hegseth says we don't need to worry about it. Thanks, Pete.
Oh, you're pretty.
Pete's on it.
Right.
Pete's on it. We're good.
That's what he tells the women that he roofied about herpes the day after, or getting their STD checked. Don't worry about it.
Everything's fine. I took care of
it. God.
Oh, you're so cute that you think you understand this. We got it.
Right. We got it, you guys. It's just the Strait of Hormuz.
It's just the Strait of Hormuz. It's so far away. Most people, Americans, couldn't tell you where that's at on a map.
Yeah. I've gotta open my window here and see if snow is sticking. No, it looks like rain now. my child
Oh.
is texting, being like, "Why no snow day?" And I'm like,
No
"Because
snow.
there's no more snow anymore. Come on, it was like a few flakes, but that's how things work in Seattle typically. Like, you
Well,
see
friends, I
like,
could
we
talk to the
gotta
two of
go.
you literally forever. In the
Yes.
All
cloud,
day.
after we're all uploaded into the cloud, Rachel, talking like this forever and ever and ever.
You can't do that because you'd have no hands, and
Right.
no weapons. So sorry. You're stuck with
There's
us.
there's so many scenes in that book. There's this scene in this book where he's talking about he's in the cloud. He's sort of become aware that he's in the cloud because he first wakes up and he's just like a tingle of electricity. The descriptions of it are so visceral that it just fucks with me, right? But there's this one scene where he's trying to form a tree in the idea of a tree in the cloud, and I'm just like, it was upsetting. It was upsetting to me.
Yeah.
So upsetting.
I gotta read it. On it, like
You
you
got-
sold me on it so hard. I'm in. You go read Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I
I'll read this.
am downloading Dungeon Carl to definitely doing it today.
Nice.
Oh my
nice.
gosh. And a final really sweet comment here from Change Champion. Dana and Lawrence, you are my favorite part of Fridays on Substack.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you. That really means a ton.
And today extra great because Rachel is one of my favorite parts of Substack. Kind of hands down.
Thank you.
Rachel,
Thank
I
you.
fucking learn something every single time I read your stuff, and I can't tell you what that means to me. Like it's really awesome to meet somebody who thinks very deeply about the world and sees it for how fucked up.
Uh-oh, did Lawrence just freeze for you too?
Lawrence
that was
froze.
Lawrence froze. I think with that, it's probably
That's
time
okay.
for
He
us
was
to-
starting to make me feel uncomfortable the way you made him feel uncomfortable on his birthday. So
That's right. You were like, compliment. Don't keep me alive forever.
stop.
Don't pay me compliments. So wonderful to have you here. I will sign off on behalf of Lawrence and me.
I appreciate you guys having
We
me
appreciate
and
you so much. We will have you back.
raising some hell. All right.
Raising some hell. You keep doing it. Love you, mean it, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
I hope
Bye.
Lawrence is turning this off because he's got the StreamYard. So we can leave, but if the live just keeps going and it's dark, you guys.
It just keeps
leave.
going.
Yeah, because Lawrence has to turn it off. He's got the StreamYard account. So
All right. Bye.
so
Thanks,
bye,
Dana.
everybody.